Hello everyone, and welcome to this presentation on the human endocrine system. My name is Mr. Nhlapo, and hopefully by the end of this video you will have an understanding of the human endocrine system. Now, this is not the first time we encounter the human endocrine system. If you remember, when we were introducing the chapter of human response to the environment, we briefly explained the human endocrine system. We said that while the nervous system provides a quick response to stimuli using electrical impulses that are transported in nerves, the endocrine system provides for a much slower response that deals with slower processes such as digestion and growth. So it deals with chemical messages that are sent to various parts of the body to initiate or stop a specific function. And these chemical messengers are known as hormones. So, in definition, what are hormones? Hormones are chemical messengers, and these chemical messengers are going to be sent to what we call target organs, where they will be initiating a specific function. Now, we are also familiar with hormones because when we were talking about the human reproductive system, we talked about hormones such as the follicle stimulating hormone, which promotes the development of the Graafian follicle in the ovaries. We also talked about others such as the luteinizing hormone. We also talked about estrogen and progesterone as well. And these are all hormones that we have learned so far, and we know there are various functions in the body. So, today's lesson is rather going to be focusing on identifying these glands, the hormones that they secrete, and some of the functions of these hormones. Right, so let's get into it. Firstly, at the top here in the brain, we are going to find what we call the hypothalamus, and the hormone that is associated with the hypothalamus is ADH. Then the second part is, or the second gland rather, is the pituitary gland. Now this one is referred to as the master gland because of the sheer number of hormones that it secretes. Here we're going to be mentioning 5 of them. The first of which, I'll just abbreviate, is GH, which is the growth hormone. The second one is going to be FSH, which is the follicle stimulating hormone. The third one is going to be LH, which is the luteinizing hormone. And then the fourth one is going to be TSH, which is the thyroid stimulating hormone. And last but not least, we are going to have a hormone known as prolactin. Now, for now, I think it's best we just mention the hormones, then we'll deal with the functions hopefully in part 2. Then the third gland we talk about is the thyroid gland. Now, the thyroid gland secretes the hormone thyroxine. And then next up is the pancreas, which you should know from digestion, grade 11. Now this secretes the hormones insulin and glucagon. Next up is the adrenal gland. And then after that we have the ovaries for females and testes for the males. Almost forgot that the adrenal gland secretes two hormones, the first of which is adrenaline, and the next one is aldosterone. And then over here, the ovaries also secrete two hormones, which are right at the bottom here. The first one is estrogen, and then next up is progesterone. And then the testes secrete the hormone known as testosterone. Now stay tuned for part 2, where we deal with the functions of these hormones.